Welcome technicians. Today we look into our hematology instrument. So this is our hematology instrument. So today we look into our switching on, switching off. Okay. So this is the hematology instrument, that is the Umizan H550 from Horiba company. So knowing the instrument is very important. So we'll start with this. This is the front end. So this is the monitor and this is for start samples. So it has got a cover also. So if you go to the right side of the instrument, there is a space for three reagents, that is the white diff, cleaner and the clear. And whereas on this side the space for a door is there for giving the samples in batches, and on the back end you have got the power button and the drainage pipes. Okay, so outlet pipes. So these are all the reagents that are normally required to switch on the instrument. So this is the white diff, it is in 1 liter, the cleaner, and that will also be in 1 liter, and the ABX diluent, which is around 20 liters. And the ABX clear is for cleaning purposes only. So this we don't you don't require to run it every day. This is a part of the maintenance. Okay, so when concentrated cleaning and other maintenance are required, only during that time this clear is used. Okay, so the white diff and the cleaner will go in this part, whereas the diluent will go to the other part. So one very important thing which most of the technicians keep mistaking, or keep doing the mistake, is once the reagent is put, make sure that these pipes are all the way down. Okay, it should be totally inside, it should not be like going up or anything. So this is one of the most important mistake the technicians keep doing. Whenever there is an error, they forget to check these pipes has to be all the way down to the bottom of the bottles. That is very important. Same thing goes with the diluent also. This pipe should be all the way down. Since it works on a syringe pump, you cannot put reagents down or anywhere, because motorized suction is not there. The suction is by syringe pump. So for that reason, all the reagents should be at the same level. Okay, so once you switch on the instrument, so instrument will switch on like this. So immediately Horiba company logos will come, then it will start switching on. Now normally compared to the previous instrument, this takes more time to switch on. Okay, so remember that switching on takes time and switching off also takes time in this instrument. Okay, so once it is ready, so it will synchronize, and then everything will be done, and then global initialization will start. Global initialization means all the moving part inside the instrument will start moving up and to come into the home position. So before that it will clean everything and all. For that purpose, this is a global initialization. Once that initialization is over, it will ask for username and password. So you can give username password either through the inbuilt key, or we have attached a extra keyboard also. So do remember that this instrument is working under Linux operating system. So there is no mouse. So either it's a so you can use the touch screen, or can use only the keyboard. So there is no mouse in it. Okay, so once you give the username password, immediately again it will come, and in this instrument it will also tell about the login details, like what was the previous login, how many failed attempts are there, like that also it will tell. You just have to click OK. Now once this thing is ready, so the startup it will ask. So you can see that it is asking here for the startup. So you can click on this, startup will be done. So it will take up for the startup, and once the startup is over, hardly takes 2-3 minutes. When everything is fine, maybe for 4-5 minutes, when 2 times it has to do the startup. Otherwise, if the failure is there, then third time it won't check. So you have to check what is the problem and all. So startup will be done, and once the startup is done, the instrument will be in ready position. So this is how you switch on the instrument. So here itself I will discuss about few things also. This is the menu. So here whenever you are learning, so make sure that you know these symbols correctly. Okay, so this is the symbol, this thing which will tell the status of the instrument, means that the instrument is ready now. This is the version of the software which is working with this instrument. This is for the emergency stop. This is for the quality control. If any problem with the quality control, this will turn red. So communication, this is for interfacing purpose. Again, any problem, it will turn red. This is for the reagent. If the reagent is less or low or anything, so this will turn red. And system means all the moving parts of the instrument. If any problem is there, immediately it will turn red. Okay, so these other buttons, as we go along with each function of the instrument, we will discuss. Hope you understood this. One more thing I want to emphasize here itself is, once the startup is done, please go to this logs, click on the logs. Immediately it will tell what is this thing. So it is mentioning here that startup has passed. So you click on this and then you go to the details. It will tell exactly what are the values that has been created, like WBC how much, RBC is how much, hemoglobin how much, platelet how much, like that. Because this is very important. Whenever there is a failure, there will be a more than the on the required. Like for example, platelet will be more than 10, or hemoglobin will be more than 0.2, RBCs will be 0.1, like that. So more than, so that is important to know exactly where the problem may lies. So for that reason, so checking the startup values are important. Okay, hope you are able to understand this. Thank you.